In a quiet mountain monastery, there lived a renowned Zen Master known for his deep insight and compassionate teachings. Seekers from far and wide would make the pilgrimage to seek his wisdom. One day, a troubled young disciple approached the Master with a heavy heart. "Master," the young disciple began, "I am plagued by suffering and confusion." "Why do we suffer? What is the cause of our pain?" The Zen Master looked at the young disciple with eyes that seemed to peer into the depths of his soul. He gestured for the disciple to follow him, and they walked to a nearby courtyard where a broken clay pot lay shattered on the ground. "Look at this pot," the Master said, his voice calm and gentle. "It was once whole, but now it is broken. The suffering you experience, much like the broken pot, has a cause." The young disciple looked at the broken pot, puzzled. "But what is the cause, Master?" The Master knelt beside the broken pot, his fingers tracing the cracks. "The pot broke because of its inherent fragility. It could not withstand the forces that acted upon it." He continued, "In the same way, our suffering arises from the fragility of our attachments and desires. We attach ourselves to fleeting things, to expectations, to outcomes, and when those attachments are shattered by the winds of change, we experience pain." The young disciple's eyes widened with understanding. "So our suffering comes from clinging to impermanent things?" The Master nodded, a gentle smile on his lips. "Indeed. The key to transcending suffering lies in recognizing the impermanence of all things. When we let go of our attachments, when we release our grip on the transient, we find freedom from suffering." The young disciple pondered these words. "But how do we let go, Master?" "It's not easy to release our attachments." The Master stood up, his gaze fixed on the horizon. "Letting go is a practice, a gradual journey. Like a river that flows, it takes time to wear away the rocks and create a smoother path. Through mindfulness, self-awareness, and meditation, we learn to see our attachments for what they are." He turned to the young disciple, his eyes soft yet resolute. "When we cultivate an open heart and a mind unburdened by rigid expectations, we find that suffering loses its grip on us. We become like the open sky, embracing both joy and sorrow without clinging." The young disciple bowed deeply, gratitude radiating from his eyes. "Thank you, Master, for showing me the path to liberation from suffering." As the young disciple continued his journey of self-discovery, he carried with him the Master's teachings, a profound insight into the nature of suffering. From that day forward, he embarked on the practice of letting go, gradually releasing the attachments that had bound him and finding solace in the wisdom of impermanence.